Nqobile was the kind the bullies were scared of. Didn't care to say what she wanted. Didn't care to be the golden child. She really didn't care where the money came from. She was living the life she always wanted, seeing things, exploring, traveling, whether it was coming from drug syndicates, fraud. It had nothing to do with her. Nothing to do with her. Nothing. Nothing. Okay? So, she didn't really care. This is a short story by me, SNP, of Nqobile, the woman that decided to start scamming her big sister after she helped her. These days, Nqobile was getting by defrauding her sister through her sister's lodging businesses and some other businesses that aren't considered legal, basically. The very same sister that helped her and the one she ran to with blood in her face, bruised, crying, and with her kids after escaping her husband. She was the 8th child and 5th daughter of a local pastor in a township called Polani. Polani, you might remember, or probably not, is a township where Mbuso, the crazy uncle, is from. And yeah, so this is the sister of Mbuso, the crazy uncle and brother. A quite prominent family in the township, as they owned, apart from the father being like a local pastor, prominent one, they owned businesses, taxi business, and like fast food franchises in the township. So they kind of had an empire. The pastor made sure the kids got the best quality of life, especially being from a township, talking good schools, nice, decent clothing, and just giving them a proper quality of life. Everybody pretty much held up to the status and the halo of being from a Christian family, for the most part, but not Nqobile. Nqobile was her own unique being. She didn't care to be the golden child, I would say. Yes, Nqobile didn't care to be the golden child, and you know, she went down when she needed to. Nqobile was the kind to say what she wanted, tomboyish, was the one the bullies were scared of. Yes. As she grew older, she didn't necessarily lose that fight and that spirit. I guess she just moved to different arenas and learned to nurture it better in a less rebellious or wild way. Now, kind of considering where she's from. Especially when she got to university, she did a full 180, if you could say, where she became more of a lady, into finer things in life, talking expensive things, wanting expensive things, just wanting more of the good life because of what she saw around her. She saw something different from where she grew up, obviously. The city gave her Pandora's box, essentially. Ambition, money, opportunities, men, and that's when she met her first love, her first boyfriend, her first everything. And the one with the empty promises that, unfortunately, that left her pregnant. Yep, he left her pregnant after all the "you're my forever, me and you boo never felt a thing like this." He bounced. Luckily, she had parents in their old age that were willing to take care of the kid, so she could complete her studies, which she actually did. She bagged herself a gig as an executive administrator at some really, really good company, and was really making a good life for herself and her baby back home. Everything was going well. It was then when she met Ike. Ike with his swag, expensive sneakers, expensive cologne, North African accent, and I guess promises and plans for them together. And so it started. As it always starts, beautifully. Gifts, exactly what she wanted, the expensive life, trips, everything she wanted essentially. And with Ike, she didn't even ask. She didn't want to ask where the income was coming from. She didn't care to ask, but she had a feeling that it wasn't necessarily from decent or legal avenues. So she didn't ask, and I think all that mattered to Nqobile was the fact that she was living the life she dreamed about. And where the money came from had nothing to do. And she barely asked, especially in the beginning, when it was really, really cute and romantic and nice. So, yeah. And then came Luanke, the girl that wrote everything that happened in the house growing up, seeing her mother bruised, seeing everything in her diary is a story we've told. And then also her brother, Nkosnati. And she had now 3 kids most. to with Ike. Then Ike essentially had a crash out. Woman cheating, anger issues, temperaments, and unfortunately, he also started being quite abusive. Quite abusive. At this point, especially according to their sisters, which is what her sisters believed, is that their marriage was, even from the beginning, more than anything about the paperwork and Ike having like a citizenship in the country, more than it was about him loving her. But even with those talks, Nqobile just chose to keep quiet. She felt it was best to just keep quiet, not confirm anything, not say anything, just be quiet and I guess be in her misery. And it was okay. Her silence was okay until it wasn't. She decided she's gonna pack, she's gonna leave, she's going on the run, she's getting the kids, everyone, they're bouncing and leaving this dangerous environment essentially. She ran to her sister's for solace, and that's where she stayed for a while with her kids. Life slowed down, of course, the luxury fizzled, and she had enough through helping out her sister with her business to just keep herself fed and her kids fed, and was living a life. Then the stealing started. Whether there was double bookings or money tenants would pay into her account or deposits that never made it into the books, she all convinced herself was for the kids, that they needed to feel a little bit sense of a nice childhood and that life didn't change that much. And maybe that was true, somewhat. But also essentially she realized she learned quite a lot clearly from Ike, and she just felt justified in her actions, feeling in control,